Play a pro sideline on their mind pollute. Conclusions of grandeur and fear assumes. No wonder we're broken and bruised, feeling consumed. Despair and time is fucked up and used. Lord, will we ever know? Oh no, I think it might be time for you to go. Might be time for you to go away. Oh no, I think it might be time for you.
Hello, everybody.
What up, people?
Hawco here. Carnell there.
Welcome to the Hawco and Carnell Show, where therapy meets stupidity. Feel free to give us a call, 502-501-3477. You want to laugh?
Cry.
You want to cry? You want to talk about
to
some
me,
serious
talk
shit?
to him.
Just be stupid and indifferent. Whatever you want to complain about.
Are you sitting in traffic going to a casino? You're going to lose all your money?
Yep.
Talk to me. Tell me about it. Did you already lose your money? Call me, 502-501-3477. Tell us. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm
You
actually,
look it.
I'm still smiling because you just told me you might shit your fucking pants while we're on air.
You'll know, people. If you see me jump up and run, Hawco had to make a head call.
Yeah, he had
But I'm a grown-up. Things happen. You got to go, you got to go.
He had to do a doo-doo wipe, but they ain't going to have none of those wet wipes up in that bitch. So
Yeah.
he's going to be like,
Oh, my God.
what?
I just wanted to say hi to my sister. My sister's in the room. Hi, sister.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
sister
how you doing,
Shannon.
Six?
Shannon. Shannon. Shannon.
No. How was your week before we get into some stuff?
Week's awesome. You know
Yeah.
what? Dude, let's just get into stuff. You know what I learned? I learned this the other day. Had no clue. All right. So, do you know what's his name? I'm pretty sure it's Bill Wilson. It is Bill Wilson. Okay. Do you know who Bill Wilson is?
No, but it's a very bland, boring name.
All right. So, that's nice of you. Slow it down, Carnell.
All right, Mike Smith.
So Bill Wilson is he's like the founder and creator of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he's Bill. Now, what I didn't know about Mr. Wilson, and mind you, AA helps a lot of people, and so does NA. But what I didn't know about Mr. Wilson is that in his beginnings of setting up the foundation of AA, his thought process was to use and make part of the steps, like the process of getting out of alcoholism.
12 steps?
Is LSD.
I never would have seen that or known that coming. No way.
No, I was like,
Don't drink.
I'm
But
like,
go trip your balls
well,
off and
but
think that you're
see,
a
but that's just
multicolored
it. See,
character.
See, and that's the way we look at it. Every time somebody thinks of LSD being used as something or mushrooms being used as something, we immediately go to, oh man, you're suffering from this, and you're going to take a fucking eighth of shrooms. No, that's not, they're not going to give you a 10 strip and say, here you go, take this and feel better, stop drinking alcohol. I'm sure he meant micro doses.
You and I, we've already.
whatnot.
You and I have a difference of opinion. We can discuss. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's up, Joe? We're not talking about that. We're talking about something completely different right now. Well, it's very similar.
You said
but
microdosing, so it's the same thing. It's just it's a similar.
right. We're talking about
product.
alcoholism or microdosing to treat PTSD. Let's see. I think it's a different animal. Same thing, yes, but it's a different animal altogether.
Different animals, but can also open up the door on one hand for just an even bigger problem.
Right.
However,
But that's your thought process.
no, I deal
Totally is.
I deal with doctors. I've looked into it.
And
I've talked about
you
it.
deal with doctors who are you know what? Another thing, considering doctors, because like I had my prescription all
figured
fucked
out,
up.
we disagree on this, but we're going to entertain the conversation from a non-argumentative point of view. So go ahead. I don't disagree with entertaining the idea of looking into it at all.
That's just it. Well, To me, it seems It seems like you've completely canceled it out because of one thought process.
No,
towards it.
not because if you have 100 people out of 100 that do it and it saves one person, that one person is still a percentage that it worked for.
Right.
I get that.
That's what
I'm in
saying.
so many
like,
groups where I ask, and you know what? Maybe I can expand my thought process going outside of veterans groups, which I have no problem exploring. Just the veterans that I know that have PTSD, they're like, no. Like,
have they tried it though? Or
I
are
would
they
say
just
I would say about 40% of the veterans I know have had drug use and experimented with it,
Okay.
and
See.
they have an opinion on the low dose where they're not getting the high.
And
They're dealing with the crash, and the crash doesn't help the PTSD at all.
Okay, but see, that's what
Lay it on,
they're,
bro. I'm
they're
here.
looking like you just said. They're not getting enough or whatever for the high. That's the whole purpose of the microdosing, is so that you're not getting all fucking. I'm gonna go melt into that wall right now, and you can pull me out when I'm done.
I'm surprised. I mean, you're a smart son of a bitch. I'm surprised you haven't asked me some of these questions. Have you asked me some of those questions like symptoms? I know I've laid some stuff out for you, like what I go through.
Either way, I'm not gonna get fucking off topic on this one.
You
Hold on.
You know, we're diving into the topic.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna get really angry right now. Are you ready?
Okay.
So, that's his thought process. We know how that goes.
I wasn't even done. I didn't even get started. Go ahead. We're just
He
having a
was belching.
discussion.
So I've noticed something
Mhm.
since I've gotten my medical card.
Yep.
That my health center treats me like shit.
Why?
I don't know, dude. I
You
am getting.
smoke weed.
I have literally since I went in there to get the paperwork to say, hey, I'm going to get this. Since that day, anytime I've had to deal with them, I've had to call them for anything, for anything. It's a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on Monday of last week,
Go ahead. I'm looking up something.
Go ahead.
Per this conversation.
I called in for my prescription.
Yep.
Now, my doctor is away for a couple of weeks. So a covering doctor read the notes and said, oh, well, according to his notes, it looks like he was going to be like getting you off of your sleep meds,
Mm-hmm.
which is semi-right. It was me who said to him, hey, maybe I could start breaking them in half and weaning off.
Yeah.
That was me asking.
Trying to make the effort.
So he changed my script from 1 tablet a night to 1 or 0.5, which is the half.
Okay.
So this
So, and they probably get aggravated when you're realizing that yourself, right? Like,
Right.
No, we have to prescribe. We have to prescribe. You got to take it the way I
I'm
prescribe
going
it.
by what this doctor's notes are.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you're completely taking this out of context. I'm like, it's not what it says at all. I can see the note. Like, it's in my chart. I can look at it. You're mental. So that was last Monday.
You're mental.
That was last Monday.
Way to be, doc.
Friday, a nurse calls me and convinces me that the only way they're going to fill my prescription is if I make an appointment with my doctor on the 8th. Now, I've already got an appointment coming up next month, but now I've had to make another appointment
Mm-hmm.
for to rectify a situation that isn't broken. That was just somebody else's mishap. Like, so I just got that medicine yesterday. Now, granted, I have my medical card and I have ample access to indica to help me sleep, but sometimes it doesn't help. Sometimes I do got to take my Ambien.
Yeah. Like I take melatonin sometimes.
Melatonin don't cut it for me.
I don't like the way it makes me. I wake up all like, ugh. You know?
So
Whatever receptors it hits, I'm like,
that's where I'm at. I think that they're completely treating me differently.
They very well could. I mean,
I think so.
I ran into that issue today where it's, I've created enough of a network where there's certain people in the healthcare system that give a shit about certain things.
Yeah.
And I found those people because we've found each other because instead of just doing our job, when our job is finished, we've gone a little bit above and beyond out of our realm to, try to assist people with certain things where they're hitting blocks. I'm a
Right.
firm believer, and unfortunately, I've run into this, and I work in a hospital. There are some people that work in a hospital for services, for mental health, healthcare, whatever, any care you can get in the hospital that shouldn't fucking even be there. They just shouldn't be there. They have
they have no business doing
no
what
empathy.
they're doing. Yeah.
They're just, nope, this is what the code says. You can't do X, Y, and Z. And the person that's going there has gone out of their way, taking a day off of work, struggling, just had someone that probably passed away. And they're sitting there like, I need this help. I was told I was come get here. We don't have any openings for 92 days. It's like I've had people walk in my office and I fucking shut my schedule down because I can make that assessment and go, okay.
Yeah,
this person needs this
me
right now.
Yeah.
So when it gets into the microdose and stuff, right? Rob hates me when I talk about this. However,
I just hate that he seems closed-minded.
no, I'm not.
To me,
I'm actually,
he seems closed-minded about
and
it.
you know what? I hope your headphones are working because we did do a mic check and you can fucking hear me say this.
Who are you talking to?
There are other avenues, like when it comes to PTSD stuff like that. Okay, the majority of the guys that want to do that aren't in therapy. Okay, that's fine. That's your choice. Doesn't work for everybody. I give that a pass. It's a personal decision. Not a problem. Hey, I just want to try this. Now, the marijuana, I'm telling you, flat out, 99% of veterans like, yeah, like, it works. It's better than all those goddamn big pharma bullshit pills that they push. And they should. When it gets to the microdose and stuff, I just feel like the people that want to do that, the people that I've talked to, which is extremely small percentage of veterans with PTSD, different types of it. Also, you can scrape in anxiety, depression on that, like because those kind of go into the DSM-5. That's the medical book for the brain. There's another option for PTSD that isn't microdosing. Have you heard of SGB? SGB, okay, and it's been on 60 Minutes. They've had Dakota Meyer, Medal of Honor winner. Other veterans have gone and taken the shot within 2 minutes. It's existed since 1920. They didn't know what it did for PTSD until now they started trying it.
What is it?
You get a shot in your neck. And what it does, it touches the stellate ganglion block as a treatment for PTSD. Within 2 minutes, you can go online right now, 60 Minutes did a story on it, and there's a veteran after veteran that have taken it. While they're still on the operating table taking this small little needle out of your neck, within 2 minutes, it's gone. That stress, that tension, they're smiling like, it's gone. It leaves. So there are other options. The people that I've spoken to about the microdosing, you know what I've realized? It's a very small case. They just want to get fucked up.
See, I just feel like you don't talk to enough people about it.
Dude, nobody has a bigger veterans network than me.
I don't know.
They don't.
I feel like it's a small one.
No, it's pretty big.
You speak like you've had one person and he had one bad fucking outcome, or you thought he only wanted to do it to get fucked up.
One. Only one. Only one veteran wants to get fucked up.
Okay.
I get people in my office every day.
Okay.
No, I don't want that. Nope. I've been in groups. I go to groups every week.
Okay. None of that has shit to do with the fact that it may work, and we won't know yet until
it may work for that one veteran that's looking to get fucked up.
Oh my fucking God, you're mental.
No, I'm not.
I don't give a shit about that one that wants to get fucked up. I give a shit about the ones that it may work for.
Okay. I tell you what.
That's all.
When's your next day off?
That's all.
When's your next day off?
That's fucking all.
Good. Okay, relax. When's your next day off?
What is it? I don't get one.
I'll go in on my off day.
Okay. I don't get off days. What do you want to say with this?
Get a vacation day.
Spit at the land the plane.
I'll come down.
Land it.
You can sit in a room with me with veterans that I do an entire group, and I'll have you speak to every single one and ask them. And not one of them, because I've spoken to them about it, want to do it. It's not good for their other condition.
Right. So they may have other
strictly for
existing
no, because
conditions.
They're only doing that for the PTSD. They're not doing it for physical injuries. They're doing it for mental.
I didn't say anything about physical injuries.
I know, neither did I. I'm just telling you, it's not for physical, it's for mental.
Yeah, no shit.
The guys with PTSD, they don't want it. Only one.
Okay. Again, you're very small-minded about this.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're literally only talking about the circles of people that you talk to and deal with.
Which is a wide circle.
It's only one state, buddy.
We're going to go through states now?
I'm just saying.
You want me to fly to California and
what
do groups
I am
there?
saying is open your fucking mind.
I have. And I've realized
okay, but you're talking
none of those guys want it.
I'm done talking about this with him because he's fucking mental.
No, I'm not.
He is.
Weed works. There's other things that work. The cracks that you get with a slow
dose. It sounds
dose.
like somebody that is only expecting people to want to get fucked up off of it and is completely like, no, it's not going to work. You are completely a naysayer against it, so no matter what you say, it's...
I'm not a naysayer.
Absolutely.
I've done this shit when we were... I've done it.
Exactly. You did it when we were younger, just like I did. That has nothing to do with using it properly to treat something.
What would it take for you to open your mind, because you seem very closed-minded about this subject? You want me to go fucking take low dose of that shit right now and think that it's going to work out well for me after I've gotten to where I've gotten to? Dude, I'm telling you, they don't want it.
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up about it.
You brought it up.
No, and I just ended it too.
Good. Next topic.
Go for it.
No, you go, because you just...
I just brought that one in. Remember?
You keep bringing it in. When it applies to just the stuff that I deal with and I'm just the Veterans Network, right? Especially with just PTSD, because I sit in on groups, not just in one hospital. I drive out to Fort Devens, 80-something miles. I deal with it there. I go down to Rhode Island. I come up to the North Shore. I've discussed it with people high up in the state of Massachusetts just for veteran services that vote on bills like this. Very, very small percentage of veterans want to do it, and the only ones that want to do it have preceded it with addiction issues. That's my point. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm in the space for that mental condition. The majority of the people don't want it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it won't work for someone. I'm just saying...
but you just threw that in there. Like
in the relation to the conversation, I'm in there, dude. I'm in that space.
Okay.
I meet so many people with that specific condition tied in with other stuff like MST, military sexual trauma, like other things that they don't want it.
Okay.
You're going to have a hard time.
I don't give a shit.
You should give a shit.
All I'm trying to say is that it could fucking work.
Yeah.
Okay, enough said.
Just won't work for those people with those conditions.
If they don't fucking want it, they don't have to have it. But it may work for some people.
I agree with you. For a small percentage, it will work. That's
you
okay.
don't know that. Just like when everybody would talk all kinds of bullshit pucky about fucking weed, we didn't know about it because that's what was... Shut up. That's what was fucking put into your face. Everybody was like this. But we knew weed was awesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm not saying mushrooms are awesome. But I'm not saying we know enough about it to say that it's not going to do what it should or can do.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, I did not say that. I said it could work for a small percentage. I just know the people with PTSD.
You just know the people that you talk to supposedly don't want it.
Which is... Did
you come at them as negative about it as you are here?
No, I wait till it's approached. And they go, hey...
But you said you brought it up.
They go, what do you think about this?
You said you discuss it with them.
I mean, you keep saying closed-minded, and I think it's pretty evident which one of us is right now.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
Yeah. There's a large... I deal with a huge
You continuously
caseload.
Say the same thing.
I deal with a huge caseload, and I ask. I talk about stuff like this every week.
I just said that, and you said, yeah, when they bring it up.
Did you kick a puppy before we got here?
I can if you want me to. Does it got a picture of you on it?
Fuck you, asshole.
No, but...
Come down to one of my groups. I'll introduce you to some people.
All right.
All right.
And then we'll bring
he can get a fucking day off now.
And then we'll bring somebody that has a huge amount of knowledge about it and is,
Yeah, and they'll try to push their shit on the guys that have already looked at it and they don't want it.
Right. So, again...
No, and I'll sit there and go like this.
And I'll sit there again and say, he's still talking about a group of people that he spoke to that doesn't want to do it. All I'm trying to say is it could work for people. That's all.
I agree with you.
All right, shut up.
Just the people that I've met, it's a small percentage. No, dude, push that shit on the people that want it.
Oh, my fucking God. Worst person to talk to, this guy.
He keeps trying to bring it up.
No, actually, I don't. I don't at all.
Actually, I think you just brought it up.
No, I'm pretty sure you just went, the group of people I talked to, because that's the smallest zero he can make.
Rob, I'm not talking about just...
You're still talking about it.
How about this? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5.
All right. now we're at
About 11 different veterans organizations that I work with that I've sat in on therapy sessions, talking sessions with doctors there. With veterans for like extreme PTSD.
Is
They don't want
PTSD
it.
only in veterans?
No.
No,
Absolutely
it's not.
not.
Holy sheep shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't even know why we're still talking about this.
Because you brought it up.
Shut up.
You brought it up. Marijuana, cool. All kinds of other stuff, cool. Microdosing, just people have to
Uneducated.
talk to. Wow, dude. What a fucking cocksucker he is to bring this. Really?
Yeah.
You seem pretty close-minded yourself.
How? How does that make me closed-minded? Because you can't get
People, we got a
past-
great start to the show again.
Yeah, everybody seems to be enjoying this. I don't care.
I don't know, it doesn't apply in. Let me try to appease you. The information.
Appease me in a conversation
The-
that I was completely done with like 3 minutes ago.
Be a
But go
negative
ahead.
cunt again. Okay.
I'm gonna take the tea home.
The group. Why? I got a nice rental. Let's do a tranny drop on that bitch on the way
It
home.
wasn't your crock out there, huh?
No, it's a rental.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah,
too.
because I got T-bone. It's getting serviced.
Really just. How long do they gotta keep it?
12 days. It fucked up the roof rack. Yeah, so the
How-
track like doesn't even open on the window. Because he hit the column right before the wheel, so like the whole body shifted.
Dude, I seen the. I mean, I was in it after it. Didn't
Yeah.
we have the top open?
No,
Okay.
Nope.
You sure?
I'm positive because when I went to go open the top for the first time before I dropped it off at the insurance company, I was like, oh fuck, that thing doesn't work anymore either.
I feel like we had it open.
Him and I will continue to have this conversation.
Oh,
Here we go.
snap. Hello. Thank you for calling the Hawco and Carnell show.
Oh gee,
You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Who do we got here?
Hi, it's Kristen.
Chris, who?
Can you hear me?
I can't see. Who was it?
Who do we got? Kristen?
Yep.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm very good. What do you got going on tonight? You
You
wanna
have to say I'm Carnell on this one.
You
Huh?
what?
I'm Team Carnell on this argument.
What'd you say? I can't hear it.
He's not understanding you.
I said I am Team Carnell on this argument.
It's still foggy. No, I'm serious.
You can't.
What do you got? Do you want to chime in on it?
Yeah, I just think it's not a good thing for PTSD. Maybe
Why?
pain, a thing. But I work with a lot of people with PTSD, and they self-medicate, and drugs not necessarily an answer. Read one thing, that's a plant.
Can you do me a favor?
Certainly.
Can you just? Your phone's a little scratchy. Can you just get an area where you can? Because we want to hear your conversation.
Oh, I'm on the Cape, so it's terrible service.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
exactly
okay.
it.
All right. So can you say
So-
that again? Because I'm my ears.
She's saying she
I
works
said-
with PTSD people.
Yep. All
Go
right.
ahead.
So what have you run into with PTSD with people in relation to this conversation?
So I work at a facility for males on Section 35.
What is
Okay.
Section 35? I know what it is, but explain to the people
Explain
what
to
it
the
is.
people listening.
Section 35 is if you have a substance abuse problem and you are a danger to yourself and you can't basically function in the world, you have to go to rehab, and it's court-ordered for 30 to 90 days.
So what have you found in relation to this discussion that we're having back and forth? And just so
Has
you know,
it been
we
brought
actually
up
do love each other.
in those type of places.
Oh, I know you guys do. So I would say at least 60% of the guys I've dealt with are military PTSD, and they just self-medicate. And so alcohol, any substance really,
Any substance,
It-
right?
it makes the PTSD worse. Pain is one thing, PTSD is another.
Right.
So I just so I can and again, like I have it. I'm rated for it. I work on it every week. And I understand therapy is not for everybody. So I entertain Rob's side of the argument just for the sake of discussion. And I try to explain to people like how it works. And my best explanation, if you can, probably elaborate on some of this with some of the cases that you deal with. Post-traumatic, and you are right. You don't have to serve in the military to have PTSD. Post-traumatic stress, like for me, sometimes I will wake up.
That was more for everybody.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I will wake up and my fucking brain is dancing around with random thoughts, and I can't function even though I have a calendar.
Almost
I have a
manic, right?
Yeah, manic. Like my wife's a caregiver. Like she sets everything up, and I'll wake up and I'll know right away and go, fuck. Man, I can't fucking think clearly. I'm not looking at my calendar. I'm not grabbing my keys. I'm not putting my shoes on in the order that they were. And I'm trying to grab that thought process. And the discussions I've had when the microdosing stuff has come up is, you know, and I can only relate to veterans, but also family members of veterans because, trust me, they end up getting post-traumatic stress dealing with someone that's in such dire straits. Having something like that while you're trying to really work on yourself, I've just seen it like just on the grand scale of like probably 90%. It's just not good. It just creates more of a problem. Have you run into that?
Right, exactly. It's almost like you can't get the wheels to stop spinning in all directions. And so taking something like that for the treatment of PTSD is just going to make the wheels spin even more, if that makes sense.
No, it does.
Which is why a lot of the SSRIs and the meds, they're finding out now too, that just creates more of a fucking problem as well. Fluoxetine, Paxil, like all that stuff.
Exactly.
Do you guys try to get people off meds as well? Because that's when I was like, dude, weed's great. Weed just levels me out. I'm good. You know, therapy levels me out. I'm interested in these SGB shots, which is, you know, so you don't have to put something in your body that could possibly control it. And again, it could work for somebody. I've just run into my experience. It's just like a fail, like almost every time.
I just think there's a lot of shit out there, such as, you know, the microdosing of mushrooms or whatnot, and marijuana, all the stuff that's been prohibited for so long, but it's been also, what's the word, abused.
To help some things. Right, right.
You know, they just it could be. We need to do a lot more research, and I think there could be a lot of benefits to these things. And you know, like I said, I don't mean let's get a group of PTSD patients and give everybody an eighth of mushrooms and see how their night goes. You know, I obviously mean doing it the right way. However, I just know that it, from what I've read, that it has helped a few people. I obviously don't think it would help everybody. Go ahead.
I almost think you guys are talking about a different animal, like PTSD and like treatment of, say, like pain, like back pain from injury. Totally different animal.
Oh yeah.
You know, you want to treat those totally differently.
Yeah, and when I
but
go ahead.
The PTSD, I just think that would, I think that would make it worse. And it's when I've had patients with anxiety and things like that. I was an oncology nurse for a long time, and people would be like, "Well, what's anxiety?" And I'm like, "Oh, how do I explain that?" And a patient said it to me perfectly. She was like, "The wheels just don't stop spinning. I can't stop thinking about everything, even things I don't have to think about." So if you look at it that way, and you know, enter a drug like that into it, it's just kind of going to make you think of more things that you probably don't want to be thinking about.
Right.
And the discussions I've had about it too is, and I know, and maybe I delivered this message incorrectly. You know, yeah, we did it when we were younger. The reason why I brought that up is I'm just looking at the crash, right? So you could feel euphoric or whatever, but that you enter that fucking crash into someone that's got really bad PTSD, anxiety, depression, and there's different levels. There's also, so the way PTSD is, you might know this as well. It's diagnosed under the DSM-5, and it also goes through what's called the ECFR, Electronic Code of Federal Regulations. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%, they have a block of, at 10%, this is what you're dealing with.
Okay.
At 20, at 30. Myself, I have 50. Like one of the things on 50% is, you know, threatening a coworker. I did that. Told my boss I was going to put his tie around his neck and fucking choke him out on it because he was busting my balls about my friend that just killed himself, right? 70%, 80%, they start enacting the Brady rule. They'll pull your firearms. That's like schizophrenia.
Right.
Like, so there's different levels of it. So you enter that crash into someone's symptoms. I'm not worried about maybe
See-
the up. That crash is going to be really fucking bad.
And I'm almost positive that that's why they do it as microdosing, because when we take it, or when we took ecstasy or anything like that, imagine taking that thing up there that pumps some serotonin out and just squeezing it, and it just fucking serotonin all over the place. There's serotonin joy all over, and then when it's gone completely dry and you're not fucked up anymore, and all of a sudden your brain's like, I need a little serotonin, and there's nothing there. That's the crash. That's that.
Yeah, but that's my point.
But that's the
When you-
point of the
when you-
microdoses, because
when
it
you d-
doesn't dump all your serotonin.
Yeah, but
out.
when you don't get the high and you still get the crash, that's what I feel makes it that much worse.
But that's what I'm saying is I don't think the crash is there because you're not getting the high. The high is there because it fucking unloads all your shit.
That's the argument.
But
You're
this
already
is why they need to do more research.
more likely to have the crash.
What else you got going on? Thank you for calling in, by the way.
Yeah, big time.
I worked myself up to it. I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
What'd you say?
Should build yourself up to it.
Nice. Good for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, call in.
Yeah,
regularly.
nobody can see your face. We just
Yeah.
know your name.
That's what we're here
That's
for.
it. Kristen on the Cape. Helping people.
Kristen on the Cape, helping people.
That's how you do.
Thank you very much for calling in. I appreciate that.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Not a problem. Call in anytime.
Have a good night, Kristen.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Now I want to get to something which should have been at the forefront. Scott McPherson.
Dude, I was blown away.
Scott McPherson, people, if you
Blown
watch
away.
the show, is a friend. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to tell what I had said outside, because
Go
I
ahead.
had no idea.
Go ahead.
Like, it was after work the other day. We're just sitting around doing a number, doing a bone, and watching the news. And they start discussing a fire in Boston and this awesome UPS driver that ran in and, got a few people out of there. So they then interviewed said guy, and I wasn't paying attention. I could just hear it in the background. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome, talking to everybody that I was working with.
Not paying attention at all.
Not paying attention to the TV, not paying attention to who's being interviewed, nothing, right? And I then, what was it, Sunday, I think, or maybe even, I think it was a post Sunday from Sheila, and it was like the article, and it was like my big brother, my hero, or something, and I'm like,
I posted as well.
oh, that's cool, who she said, clicked on it, and I'm like, oh my God, I
Should have been paying attention.
I should have been paying attention. It was fucking Scotty
Get
Mac
off
on
that
the
virtual
TV,
reality,
right?
bro.
Get off that Mara.
Scott McPherson is a friend of ours. Haven't seen him in a while. I would really like to talk to him because he was a Marine. We served together on Camp Lejeune, and we've gone through a lot of similar issues and never actually been able to talk about it. So he ran into a house and saved a couple people. His UPS truck was on Morton Street in Boston on Saturday when he encountered eight houses on fire. He didn't hesitate. This is a quote from him. The flames and the smoke at that point were actually like licking the building behind me because that's right where the fireball was coming off the back of the house. It was intense. I just wanted to make sure everybody was out. And I can wrap this up. In typical Scott McPherson attitude, I'm not a hero. Anybody would have done that. You know what, dude? You're fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and you know what? Scott's not going to take the credit. So if you know Scott, and some of you do, and you're listening, and if you haven't talked to him in 10, 15 years, whatever, send the kid, reach out to him. Or if you can find him or his family and be like,
reach out to
that
him.
is what's up, Scott. Very proud of you. I mean, you would have done that 100 times out of 100, whether you got hurt or didn't. You know what I mean? That's just who you are. That's your character. That's always been your character. So, embrace that. You know what I mean? Fucking good for you, man. You know what I mean? Thank those people. If you weren't there, they might not be here right now.
I don't care. It's true. His time on the island, it definitely, because if any other UPS driver, I would like to think that Scotty Special and was meant to be there that day.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
how many other people do you know? Like, they would have just been like, oh, fuck, let me call 911. Don't get me wrong. That's the thing to do. Do that. They recommend you don't be the hero. But a lot of times when people choose that way out, people don't make it because you know, like, and that's a fine line to walk too. It's like when there's like a robbery and you're
You know
like,
how that is.
you're
It's
like,
that
I
quick.
can fuck this guy up right now,
Or I'm gonna not.
I got him. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna praise you. That store owner's gonna be pumped, and then the chief of police is gonna give you a fucking ration of shit.
Dude, if UPS doesn't give him like a fucking corporate raise,
Dude.
you're on the wrong.
He
That kid needs to be like instructing drivers to do stuff like that.
I don't ever want to see him in a brown suit again.
No, I want to see him in a fucking suit and tie and a pair of
Yeah,
flip-flops when he goes to
yeah.
work, because that's what he
needs,
deserves.
He needs to be a UPS investigator now.
Right?
Do they have that?
So one of our employees fuck up, I'm going to get him.
I'm on it. Do they have that?
They have to have
so
quality control, right,
so-
in every organization. Right, Brian? You would think they would have quality control in every major corporation that's all around the country.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, over in the Alston-Brighton area, there was this car. Well, it was a Jeep, and it was always parked.
Which isn't really a car. Barbie had one.
He knows what Barbie had. So, it was a Jeep. Parked right next to a fire hydrant. And everybody else is along the street next to their meters. And on the windshield is a letter.
Mm.
And
Is it a fuck you letter?
It's a letter. It's what's the word I'm looking for?
Condescending?
No, when they put it in plastic. What's the word I'm looking for? Nothing. Lost it. Got nothing. All right.
Laminated?
So, lamination.
Oh my God,
Fuck
dude.
yes! I couldn't think of it.
Are you shitting me?
You couldn't either, obviously.
I mean, I got a
So, it
laminating
was a
machine.
laminated- Do you really?
Yeah.
So it was a laminated note, and next to it was like a little thing of aspirin. In this note, it says how thankful this guy is that, you know, as often as he parks in this illegal spot, it's very seldom that the meter maid puts a ticket on it, and, you know, he's just very thankful. And if you guys are walking up and you see it and you're a meter maid, please come into the building. I am the owner or whatever of Preview Realty. Come in and talk to me and I'll move it. So that's all you got to do, apparently, in the city of Boston, is write a little love note saying, come in and talk to me and I'll move it. And then you can park next to a fire hydrant.
I had this asshole in. Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Yep.
So I did a tweet video, and I tagged BTD in it. And I was like, so this is and pretty much my whole little
Snitches
rant
get
right
stitches.
there.
Snitches
I don't
and
care.
Rats get bats.
Bring it, motherfucker. That Jeep was not parked there today.
Ah, good on ya.
If I gotta pay to park, or anybody else got to pay to park, what? That guy's fucking special because why? Why?
He's not. He's not.
No.
Yeah.
No. And now he knows.
I had a ticketer. I was
Now he knows.
right on. I forget the name of the street. Brian, you might remember. Oh, Rob, you're around, in around town. It's right in Chestnut Hill by Mass General, where like all the rich people live on that one street where the Starbucks is. It's right near Lewisburg Square. I forget the name of it. Right near MGH.
Charles.
Could be. Yeah. Possibly.
Is that what you're referring
There's
to?
a Starbucks on the corner where the Common is. Like it's the whole long
It's
street.
all
goes
right.
from Mass General all the
Yeah.
way down. Anyways,
Yeah, anywho.
I got veterans plates right, and I have a handicap placard.
Correct, he does.
And because the option to even put in, which I didn't even know this, you know, I put in my plate. It's 5 digits. I put the plate number in. A fucking ticket out there, and I paid for the meter. And I have a handicap placard. I'm not
What?
because I didn't put in VT, which wasn't an option on the Boston Parking website app. Fucking 9-10 tickets within a week. I'm like, dude, I finally get the guy one time. He's like, I go, bro. He's like, what? I go, you fucking another 3 tickets today, and I paid. And here, look, the thing's still running on the app. I'm still good for an hour. He's like, it's the wrong plate number. I go, it's a fucking veteran's plate with a handicap placard in it. I'm not even supposed to pay anyway. He goes, well, you didn't put VT in the app. I go, the fucking option wasn't available. He's like, oh, I go, you couldn't use a little bit of goddamn judgment? Go ahead. Like, this is ridiculous.
Did I miss something?
The phone call.
I didn't hear anything. Hello?
Because he gave us jingle jangle. Yo, who's this?
Josh.
Oh, good Lord.
Josh, where are you?
I'm sitting at home working on my son's 4-wheeler, getting up and running for, his summer vacay. We're like 2 seconds from fucking getting it back up, turned over, and you can start ripping around on it.
What
and,
kind of quad is it?
Kind of a priorities, you know.
What kind of a quad is it?
It's a little 90 cc,
Can-Am.
no name, Japanese.
It's a no-name?
Oh yeah.
So it's just a little thumb.
It's a Craigslist Honda.
I'm not exactly sure. It's a no name, you know. It's the first time, you know. He's not supposed to, you know, really at his age be experimenting with four-wheel
How old is he?
motored vehicles.
How old is he?
Yeah. So.
Come on, dude. When I was living up in Maine, I seen like 3-year-old little girls ripping on fucking 80s. Like,
DCF's gonna be at his
I don't
fucking
wanna
house
lose track.
tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, this injection that you get is still temporary.
Yep.
No long-term solution.
Yeah, you got to keep getting
And a
it.
real long-term
What's up,
solution
Daryl?
is layered with lifestyle changes and good healthy decisions, good diet, and natural alternative medicine can be very helpful. But I think that this whole injection and that has recently surfaced because of people in our veteran community making videos about it and being on the news has stirred up something that's just like a momentary just blur coming through. Like it's just another temporary fix, and like the real fix is available to us, but it's a lot of making proper decisions and doing the right stuff.
Holistic stuff? Like holistic shit? Like you said, like healthy living?
It's a balance, man. It really is a balance. I think you guys know this, and I think that a lot of the programs that are out there, these veteran retreats and stuff, Clear Path's doing stuff, and some other organizations like locally, they're doing a lot of programs where they get you out and help you see that, making positive, healthy decisions in your day and seeing the world around you in a positive light without the noise, helps you be the person that you feel like you are. And I don't think you're going to get this out of these injections or tripping or any of this. I feel like the cannabis helps with a lot of things that are ailing us as a tool.
But that's it.
But it's a healthy tool.
It's helping.
Mm-hmm.
It's not taking away.
Yeah, but it's not the answer.
Right.
It's not the answer.
Have you
The
gone out to
injection's not
ClearPath,
the answer.
Josh?
LSD's not the answer. These are just tools. So, maybe if it's a tool that you need in micro dosage, we can't turn away from it. We need to have an array of options that we use to help
Absolutely.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And any alternative to prescription medication or big pharma is a positive. It really is.
Have you gone out to ClearPath and done that? So I go out there and do the inner.
I haven't done anything with ClearPath particularly.
The inner talking circle they have is good.
They do a lot of.
It's good.
Sorry,
That's all right.
Go ahead.
They do the inner circle, and it's based off of Indian shaman stuff.
Like a fucking sweat
Yeah,
lodge?
no. When you start, you I don't know the name of the shit. It's is it sage? Could be sage.
Like a smudge stick kind of thing?
You just breathe in it, and then
smoke
you just
everywhere. And
just everybody goes around. Like I've gotten a lot out of that, and as lame as it sounds, I'm telling you what I've left there. Been like, I am so fucking glad I went out there today. Stuff like that.
Oh well, there's a lot to be said about an array of aromatherapy. I was making a connection recently with a mint family plant called lemon balm. That if you rub the plant together under your fingers and breathe it in, it emits an aroma, and if you inhale it, it really soothes and temporarily relaxes you. And that I've tried it with a number of friends who say that it's pretty awesome and how it could be converted into a beard oil or a balm or even into a tea, all of which are safe and could be used to help mitigate anxiety and stress over a period over the day without having to partake in any kind of, drug of any sort, and all natural, anti-anxiety.
Nice.
Cool. Love it.
But anyway,
Good to hear it. When are we gonna see Shrap?
I hate. I don't know, man.
You hate what?
I'm not his keeper, I
Tell
think
him.
he's doing some. I think he's actually got a real cool food festival in somewhere on the South Shore right now with his lady. Having a good time. So that should be fun. I'm a little jealous.
All right. Well, keep
I'm
quadding.
covered in grease.
Keep four-wheeling, brother. I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Talk to you soon, guys.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Where were we? Scotty? Scotty.
We
finished with Scotty.
We did finish with Scotty.
Dude, name some shit you used as a kid that you haven't touched in forever. Brian, you better be paying attention too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to hit the Wayback Machine on you.
Like
I'll give you an example. When was the last time you used chalk? I haven't used chalk in forever.
I mean, like chalk on a board
Just-
or street chalk. Street chalk is recent.
I haven't
Yeah.
chalk. Hey, go up to the board.
Yeah, that chalk.
I don't even think they do that anymore now. It's just like markers, whatever. But
It's
like
probably all
stupid shit.
whiteboards now.
Yeah. Easier to clean, a little bit less dust.
I don't know. Are they?
Do you think
easier to
chalk is
clean?
probably fucking unhealthy for you?
I'd be replacing all the dry erase markers with fucking Sharpie fucking insides. I would still be an asshole kid. And I wouldn't just change the cover. I would take the inside out and fucking put it into the other one.
Oh, you're a special kind of
So
asshole.
when you took that up, you thought it was the dry erase marker. It still said dry erase marker, but that's permanent ink, motherfucker.
dick move.
Hey, a lot of thought goes into that shit sometimes.
You? Come on, Murph.
Yeah, I mean, you
Super elastic bubble plastic. How about that?
Anyways,
there you go.
Something I don't use anymore.
How about tetherball?
I fucking
The
love
fuck is-
tetherball.
oh, is that the string? The string with the ball?
And
Goes around the pole?
Yeah, yeah.
You had to have rhythm.
Dude, you know how many people probably got fucked up at recess with that thing?
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. My kids were coming home, because they're all graduating.
Oh my God.
Which, by the way, Kevin Morrissey was right. He's like, I'm doubling down on this shit. You don't graduate from 5th grade, 4th grade, 6th grade, 8th grade. You fucking graduate from college. Knock this shit off with all these damn awards.
So,
Figured I'd throw that out, Kevin.
Barry, that's so what I was just talking about, the super elastic bubble plastic. He goes, remember that savage chemical you blew into a balloon into this tiny straw? That was super elastic bubble plastic.
Drawing a blank.
It was like it looked like a little toothpaste tube, like metal toothpaste tube, and it had this tiny little red straw with it, and you would squeeze a little bit out, and you'd put it on the end of the straw, and you'd fucking give yourself a hernia.
What the
blowing
hell
the
was
fucking
it
thing
for?
out. Who knows?
What about those slap wristbands? Whoosh.
The ones that was like slicing people open. Yeah, I remember those. They've got them. They're back now.
Oh, yeah, because I'm realizing we actually lived in the coolest age because everything we did when we were younger, people said it was stupid. Now they're recreating because no one's actually, got a drive or a passion to create something fucking new and original.
I'm upset I didn't bring any edibles tonight.
That's okay. I got some of those.
Yeah, I don't live in Hanover.
I know. How many times were you screwed at home and ate American chop suey 4 times a week?
What? Could you please repeat the question?
How many times were you home alone and just had
Ramen?
for dinner American chop suey 4 times a week? I was thinking about some kid stuff. My kids were complaining like, "What are we gonna eat?" I'm like, "Fucking chop suey." And my son was like, "The hell's chop suey?" I was
Who
like,
doesn't like American chop suey?
I just can't fucking stand it anymore.
Really?
Yeah. If you don't put green peppers or red peppers in
I mean, if
there,
it's not
some cheese.
if you're one of those people that just throw a fucking can of ragu in with some fucking elbows and some meat, that's not.
For some families, that was American chop suey, Rob.
I just fucking ruined it, didn't I?
Oh, hell yeah. Are you shitting me?
There's all kinds of fun that's supposed to go into it. I love American chop suey.
I mean,
Love a
it's-
good shepherd's pie too.
Oh, I can't stand it.
Oh man,
It's you. How do you go from? How do you?
kind of a fucking Mickey?
Because
you.
it's got fucking mashed potatoes and friggin' corn in it. It's just
Uh-huh.
corn is a useless vegetable.
Why? Because the yellow comes back out?
It doesn't dissect in your body. It comes out in full
The
form.
skin does.
Fuck, that's gross.
The skin doesn't
No, I'm pretty sure there's some pieces of corn that have come out
come
of my.
all the way through?
Yeah.
Just because you see the color?
It's not the color. The whole actual kernel, Rob. My vision isn't distorted. Jesus
We're
Christ.
going to have to look that one up. Can somebody tell us? I mean, there has to be
It's got to be a Google site for corn coming out in full form.
Cousin Jimbo. Never again on the chop suey. Never again.
Thank you.
Jimbo, feel free to call in and tell us why.
Yeah.
502-501-3477.
It's fucking and shepherd's pie is just
Gino!
it's a smorgasbord of shit.
I just like it.
That's fine. Do you throw gravy on it?
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
That has to be.
It's got to cover
Well,
the disgusting taste.
I hate... See,
It's a personal preference.
I'm like that person. Like, you can make a beautiful turkey dinner, and then, like, if you're not passing me beef brown gravy, I don't want turkey gravy on
You don't
my
like
turkey.
chicken gravy, turkey gravy?
I'll eat it, I guess, but I don't know. I just like...
Rob said one person at Thanksgiving dinner, everybody's having a good time, and the camera pans to Rob.
I'm like, where's
And
the
it go-
fucking
It
barbecue
goes
sauce?
from happy person, and then
I'm all sourpuss.
it pans. Yeah. Oh, wicked sourpuss.
You just don't like it because it's, we'll call it semi-Welsh. Nothing. Daryl.
Anyways,
Daryl and his Welsh,
so I
his
got
Welsh racism.
I got the I got the rental truck.
Yeah.
I literally have to jump. You're gonna I have to jump in it to 2,500. So my truck's getting fixed. Truck's fucked up. Got T-boned. I tell you, Dodge Ram, you can kiss my ass.
Dodge is a mighty fine car.
Brand new truck. And
Killed my wife with a Dodge.
It's like a brand new 2011. Like that's how it feels. All plasticky, and it's like an expensive truck. Crap. I've had Chevys. I have a Ford. I've had Dodge. I just like the Fords. They just seem to function a little bit better. What are these nerds doing?
I don't know.
She's loud yelling.
I don't know. Sounds fake to me.
Bismarck. So,
Josh.
what do you say?
Sean, you sound so close-minded.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. Yeah, you just agreed with me. You fucking loser. So I was supposed to meet up with Bismarck. He made me a wonderful meal, and I got stuck at state training, so I just wanted to bring you up, brother.
Wendy.
I'm going to meet up with you on Thursday. It's in the calendar, so I won't forget. All right. I told the wife.
Bismarck.
Yeah, man, Bismarck.
I love you, bud.
Hey, man, we're going to expand your network of friends, okay? It's all good. Okay, let's get into the freaking
ahead.
traffic around here.
Oh, yeah?
So the casino, people, if you don't know, down the road beer
It's
company
open.
is like 1 block away from the casino. It's probably, if I had to like pretend like everything was visible, like the walls, probably 200, 300 yards from us.
Yeah.
Probably like 300 yards. Okay.
Got off at Sullivan Square.
Yep.
Got down the steps.
Mm-hmm.
Seen my bus pulling away.
Mm-hmm.
Left. Started walking here. I got to my bus stop before my bus did.
It's the city.
That's
of
the
Bo-
traffic right
The
now.
city of Boston did not plan
Hi.
for the traffic scenario, okay?
Not
And-
at all.
And I'm looking at, right, and one thing I noticed is, whatever, it's like one lane. You still have multiple businesses around here that are just holding space. Like you have a car dealership right next to the casino that could be used for parking, and it's just fucking sitting there
With a
Why?
with a bunch of cars.
with a bunch of cars just sitting there. Like how many businesses around here are just holding out like, we're going to get rich, they're going to buy our land. And you know what? They probably will. But don't you think they should have dealt with that before they approved dropping the fucking casino right there? You got to scrap. You come out this front gate of that casino, guess what you look at when you're pulling out? A fucking scrap yard. A
So-
scrap yard.
So when you lose all your money, you can go
Come
across
out and be
the street.
even more miserable.
You can go across the street and scrap whatever you got in your car.
To go back in and lose more money. A scrap yard. A freaking oil dump depot. Oh, just.
I had to like swim through a lake in the sidewalk to get it. Like, they they did this beautiful job. It looks great. It
Oh.
looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
But
looking at it. But if you take a picture looking from the casino across, it
It's-
still looks like
it's crazy. It's almost like it's a transplant and
Oh.
it doesn't belong.
yeah.
But it's all right. At some point in time, I'll give it a chance.
I feel like it's like in the middle of an intergalactic fucking scrap. heap.
Right? Like this is the restaurant at the end of the universe. Little Douglas Adams people.
Oh my God. Oh, you explained that to me before, didn't you?
That
There's different
Hitchhiker's
books.
Guide is actually
How many books are there again? 9, did you?
5.
Oh, I think okay.
It's either 5 or 6, but it's
Do you have them?
I have the Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide somewhere. I'll have to dig it out
Is it
for
like
you.
a whole
It's-
bookcase?
It's
set?
like this thick,
I want
but
to
it's all the books.
Can I borrow like one book at a time, or I could
Yeah.
just go buy it? Like I want to start
Yeah.
reading those.
What, that type or?
Just that
Or
whole
that's-
series.
Oh, that's all one big book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you'd have to read it all at once. I mean, you don't have to read it all at once, but
I'm a
yeah,
speed.
yeah, we'll
I'm
get that.
I'm one of those dive readers. Like if I get a book and I like it, I keep going until I'm tired and pass out.
You know, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's how I am. And if anybody wants to discuss how much of an asshole Kyrie Irving is,
Go ahead.
I would like to. Holy crap, did that guy not only screw himself, but screw the Celtics and a good portion of the NBA. I don't know how
Explain this. I mean, I obviously see the, you know, the
Mhm.
shit talking, and I hear, and I. What did he do? Explain to me.
you
Explain to me.
pissed the coach off,
Okay.
pissed the manager off. So we were in the hunt for Anthony Davis, right? He's friends with him.
Okay.
Don't come to Boston. I'm leaving. I'm going to Brooklyn. Cool. Anthony Davis is like, fuck this. I'm going to L.A. He goes to L.A., gets to Brooklyn. Now Brooklyn's going, wait a second. Why would we pay this much money to an athlete that's going to come to our team that just fucked the last team that he played for? So players aren't going there now because he
Right.
pissed the entire organization off. And I don't know how teams can be fined for inside deals because they can't talk to players if they're unreleased, like from a contract or
Right.
whatever. But a player can sit there while he's under contract, go, don't come here. Fuck this, I'm leaving. Now Brooklyn's going,
See, that's fucked up.
whoa, we don't know if we want this guy. They think it could be posturing to get him for a lower price. They want to drop the price because, oh shit, he's a problem. Anthony Davis is now gone. They needed him and a second guy. Now there's no second guy because he told the second guy to leave, and now he's leaving Boston. He's just a negative douche.
Didn't we have some similar hoopla with one of the Patriots? Like Moss or something?
Moss, I don't know why they got rid of him. They shouldn't have got rid of him. He was fine here. When he went to the Titans,
It
was
wasn't
like,
Moss. It was. He had a fucking.
he had Phil Kessel for the Bruins, which was a bitch.
Stick up his ass, and he was just a fucking loudmouth.
The lineman that we got from the Redskins that played for the Titans,
Hainsworth.
Albert Hainsworth, they gave him a max contract. Bill Belichick was like, hey, I can. That's why I need to be on it. Bink. He stepped on a player's head while he's in the Titans on the field, crunched cleats right in the face. He
Ugh.
got suspended. Then they gave him a huge, I think it was, I'm hitting the way back machine, a $90 million contract. I think $60 million was guaranteed, something like that.
Yep.
And then he flakes the fuck out there, doesn't play like half a season. Then he comes to the Patriots, and it was like, just douchebag.
Did he even make it out of camp with the Patriots?
I think at some point, I remember he played, I think he played a year, half a year.
Half a year at most.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
I think he had a 3-year contract. I hope somebody looks that up if you have some time. Douchebag.
Take a moment.
You're paying all these pro athletes that he just uppity. I almost said
Dude.
it. Windbag. I was gonna say
Good job.
the C word. Okay. Ah,
I didn't see the C word coming. I seen.
no, uppity. He was a C word, like just a pain in the ass dick. So annoyed. So now
That is bad placement, sir.
yeah, right in front of all the electricity.
Oh, it's better than the placement of my last one, which
I
I,
know.
kicked over. Which
I know. I seen you,
You guys
scrub it. I didn't see it go down, but I seen the aftermath.
Brian, what do you got going on this week? How has your week been? Any good stories?
Not much, fine, and no.
That sounds about bland and boring. Thanks, bud.
My answer's got to be short, man. I'm not on camera.
I'm the
That's true.
producer.
He's valid. He's got a valid point.
What do you got coming up this week?
He's got a valid point.
What do you got coming up this week?
What is this week?
Okay.
Next week
We
is
can-
the 3rd of July.
I know. It's right smack dab in the middle of the week, which
It's
means
on a
gonna be
Wednesday.
It's going to be a long weekend for
I'm
a lot of
probably
people.
going to go live from North Weymouth by myself.
No, I'll go. Shut up. I'll go with you. Route 3 is going to be a freaking nightmare.
I'm going to walk from my house.
So, we're going to discuss this next incident, and I am by no means, I don't ride a motorcycle. I've been in major accidents myself, med-flighted twice.
God rest him.
It's one of the reasons I have a bunch of friends that have bikes. You know, Josh is one of them, a couple other people. My boy Vinny, Dom, right? Everybody.
I don't ride, but anytime I hear the bad news, I always ask.
That's what I'm always worried about. I've almost died in a truck twice. I don't think I'd survive on a motorcycle accident, let alone if I dumped one, half my brittle body parts would probably be everywhere. Anyway, the accident in New Hampshire. God bless those families that have to deal with that right now. 7 people just getting absolutely just
7 people's lives
I don't even
cut
know the
short
word. Yeah.
for no fucking reason.
No reason, because of some little
No reason besides
waste of oxygen piece of crap.
You know,
And then the company you find
You
out has
know,
been fined a bunch of
a
times.
bunch of times, and that kid's fucking license was like suspended and madness.
DUIs, possession of
just-
drugs, not like legal drug, like heroin.
Yeah, no, it was like heroin and cocaine, I believe. It kills me when shit like that happens. Like, that kid obviously is unfortunately a working addict, which does happen. They're just like a working alcoholic. They do exist. It does happen. You don't always just become an addict and not do your job.
Yeah.
I'm not saying become an addict and fucking get a job.
No.
By no means. But the fact that this kid seemed to have a system around him, and like obviously people aware of what's going on and still allowing that boy or that kid, I say kid because he looks like he's like fucking 16 in the fucking
23.
videos.
Yeah.
But they are letting him drive. They let that happen.
They had to have, if you're in a position
As
for
much as he's to blame, so are they.
Yeah.
Like,
If you hire someone to drive a vehicle for you, you got to go through the DOT inspection, like you have to go through the background check,
Hi, Uncle
license
Louie.
check. Hello? You didn't see those flags and warning signs? Would you just hit him on the cheap? Like, whatever, we can just lowball him. He'll just drive our stuff for us. Well, guess what he did? And he fucking impacted not just the 7 lives, everyone
Dude.
that loves each one of those families around them. Hundreds of people. Thousands, possibly.
it reaches far beyond than
And you know what
anybody
I-
could even.
You know what I'm upset about? Because they had talked about how the previous company, they had a driver that caught marijuana. Like.
Oh, did they try to?
Guess what they're gonna fucking do? You know what they're gonna do?
They're gonna say it had something to do.
Can't have marijuana while you're driving.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know.
I don't sit there and smoke while I drive. Okay, but like, I may drive 3 hours after. And like, all right, cool. Effects, I'm good.
I get it. It's illegal at present moment, and unfortunately, there's still no like absolute scientific proof that it's gonna cause you to fucking drive off the road because you're super stoned, or your reaction times are gonna be slowed enough to fucking T-bone somebody or anything like that. But I'm a firm believer in the fact that if I'm shit-faced and something happens and I happen to be driving or in a car, this wouldn't happen because I don't drink, but por ejemplo, if this happened and something transpired while I'm drunk, that's it. I'm still drunk. I can't get over that. I'm going to have to try and deal with whatever situation at hand to the best of my ability. Whereas I find that if I'm stoned or if I'm high and something transpires like a brake stomping in front of me or lights flashing or a anything, my adrenaline for some odd reason completely kicks the shit out of whatever THC and CBD is in my system, and I am no longer high. I could jump into a fucking pool and not be high anymore. I can't jump into a pool and not be drunk anymore.
Good point.
So I get it. It's illegal, so obviously I'm not going to do it, but they need to smarten the fuck up with that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
Fucking man.
just the one picture alone I saw, I was like, oh my fucking god, I can't believe it. That just happened.
no.
Yeah, that wasn't just the truck. That was an extra 5,000 pounds with the trailer right behind it, plummeting into the woods, ruining families. Like, you imagine your mom and dad going off for a bike ride, and then that, like, you know what I mean? That's what I think about.
Can you imagine being the asshole that 23-year-old kid robbed 4 years ago, and then 2 years ago asked for help? Like, help me, I need help. And you were like, no, fuck you. You robbed me. I'm just, that's like a way outside that. But do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, I got it. So I posted this. I posted this recently, and you can go back on my page, right? So, huge UFC fan. I have a few favorite fighters. My top two are George St. Pierre and Forrest Griffin. Forrest Griffin.
I fucking love Forrest.
Have you read his book?
No, is it good?
Just the picture on the cover alone of the book is awesome. He's holding a squirrel in like a fake caveman outfit. It's amazing. He's got the best sense of humor in the world.
He is fucking hilarious.
And, Forrest Griffin, if you don't know, he paved the way for the UFC to become the company it is today. Anyways, so they're doing like the 25 years stories of some of the legends, and George St. Pierre's on there. So it goes directly relates to the story that you're talking about. And he used to get bullied as a kid. And he tells you, when I was a kid, I wasn't tough. He's like, my dad came home. I got smacked in the face one time. I used to get picked on. There was like 2 or 3 kids. Him and his buddy were walking out of school, and he heard, and him and his friend got spit on. He didn't know how to fight. He had a little bit of damn attitude and fire under his ass. And he was like, listen, they just spit on us. And his friend was like, no, they did. They're French, right? He speaks from Canada. And he's like, oh, no, that's my best, imitation. Yeah. Ryan's shaking his head. We messed up. Anyways, he's like, dude, yes, they did. There's spit on your jacket. Let's go back. He's like, there's 3 of them. He's like, you're crazy, man. He's like, I'm going to take my bag. I'm going to hit the big one. You hit the small one. And then we both team up on the other one. His buddy gets his ass kicked. He sits there and fights the kid. Kid knocks him down to the ground. But the kid was like, okay, this big bully. Big football sports player in school. Hockey. I'm sorry. It was hockey. And he's like, hey, I respect you, right? He goes through his whole life and his career, and he finds karate and becomes a UFC champion, and he's a legend of the sport, and blah, 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 blah. When he's older, through one of his injuries, he's training. And he's like, going from training, going from the doctor's office, taking care. I think he blew his ACL on his knee. And he sees this guy on the side of the road, and he's homeless, and he's holding a sign. Hey, I need help. And he's like, man, sure as shit. That was the kid that was picking on me. They spit on me. He's like, it's just so weird to see stuff like that. I pull over. He's like, I think I only had like $50 left in my pocket. He's like, and what does the guy say? Man, I'm so sorry for doing that when I was younger. Like, it's just weird how, life revolves and comes full circle.
Full circle,
he's like,
man.
I gave him $50, bought him some food. He's like, I got back in that truck and stuff happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I was that kid. He's like, when I was younger, he was this tall in my mind. And now he's in the position he's in. He's like, it's better to be a good person. Don't ever be a bully. You never know. You might be on the receiving end of some stuff and ask that person for help that you were picking on many, many moons ago.
Be a buddy, not a bully.
Karma's a motherfucking credit card, dude. It follows you around everywhere. It just does.
Do you see I can't think of her name. I think she writes for the Herald, but
the Herald, which is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller because
looks
they
like
fired
the
everybody.
Metro.
Now they want us to pay for it.
It looks like the Metro.
It went from this big to this big.
It really does. It literally is thin like the Metro now. It's hilarious.
It's gonna cease to exist at some point.
It's all right. They already lost. They still have a street. We'll give them the street.
Yeah.
In the South End. They're gonna change that to Ink Block too. But
I remember they started building that.
That's
Yep.
The Herald. That's Herald. I don't know where she lives in the city, but she was discussing how, she locks her 6-year-old son's bike up in their front yard with the chain, and it's a little 6-year-old kid's bike with training wheels on it and everything, and they come out this morning or the other morning and it was fucking gone.
Fucking really?
So, but she goes on this fucking tear and pretty much shits on the dude. Like, I hope you're fucking happy. Like, whether you rode this up the street or brought it home or trying to find money or whatever. And she's like, it's not even worth it. She's like, we're going to use this as a stepping point. We're going to get him a new bike. We're going to teach him how that there's always going to be bad people out there. But unfortunately, we have a DA right now that's soft on fucking. She went on this fucking tear.
Is it still Haley?
And
No, she's the AG. She's the AG, right?
Rachel Rollins.
Rachel Rollins.
Rollins,
Why
yeah.
Why is she soft on stuff?
I would say she's not soft on crime. She is choosing not to prosecute minor offenses.
minor.
So kids are getting their fucking bikes stolen. If you
It's-
walk up to a kid's bike to steal it, you're not.
The thing to keep in mind about that real quick is that it's the
Go ahead.
same policy that her predecessor was using, DA Conley, Dan Conley.
Dan Connolly, yep.
Same exact policy.
Everything's still in place. Just collecting
Every-
that check.
See, I think how that's
Everything's
just
still
hilarious.
in place. Nothing's changing. Just collecting that check. Like, is she doing anything different, or is it just passing the torch?
Oh no! She's got a very detailed, like, I don't know. I think it's like a 66-point plan or something like that. She released. No, more so the issue is that same policy. She's getting all kinds of flack,
Grief
and
about
grief
it,
about
though.
it
Is-
because she's black.
and that's
and a woman.
that's the literally, as far as I've seen, the only reason why.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
Yep.
That's not cool.
It's
It's exactly why the
It's-
Herald has been all over her, and it's exactly why you've gotten some police union or some county sheriff, I think, but nothing based in any sense of, well, if you got a problem with the policy, where were you when it was the white Irish guy's policy?
right. Why didn't you say it then?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
That's why we don't talk politics on this show. She gets
No,
me aggravated.
It's no, I'm not. Who's a?
No, I just don't like it. I don't like talking politics. You get frustrated when I hear stuff like that. It's like,
I just think it's ridiculous that
it is ridiculous.
we as a people let that shit happen.
I'm still thinking about the kid's bike. If you're an adult,
right?
no kid that age is stealing another kid's bike with training wheels.
Nope.
That's an adult asshole.
Nope. When I
Probably either
got-
looking to scrap it for $12.
When I got my bike stolen, I was punched in my eye, and I was on that motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
I was like 8.
Taking
maybe
my
7,
Huffy.
fucking doof.
Taking my Huffy.
I remember I probably was. I was probably like maybe 7, maybe 6. I definitely don't think it was 8 because we had moved by that point from that house. I remember being on the bike. The dude come up, stood right in front of me, put his hands on my handlebars, and he was like, "Get off the bike." I'm looking at him like,
Fuck you.
I'm like, "No." Like, what? Completely confused. And he's
Oblivious.
like, he's like, "Get off the bike."
Whack.
Whap. I fucking dropped off the bike like fucking. Ah! My stepfather come roaring out of the house. Fucking. I'm like, my bike. Points it up the street. This little dude fucking as fast as he can, booting up the hill. All you see is my stepfather go flying up that fucking hill. And he's a thick dude too, but he was booting up that fucking hill. Reached. Just clipped the tire enough to shake the kid, and the fucking bike went into a mailbox. The kid into the mailbox.
Now hit the
like-
pause button and imagine if that's you. The adrenaline. You're like, I got you now, you son of a bitch.
He grabbed my bike. He grabbed the kid. He grabbed my bike, and I obviously don't know what he said. I was way back there.
Probably some
You
inappropriate
could
stuff.
see him. Yeah, you could see him grab the kid. He didn't hit him again. He didn't hit him. He grabbed him. He, grabbed the bike and walked down.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. That was crazy.
We
shit.
came home from Disney World when I was younger, and the house was egged
Hola, Salvador.
because we had a family. We had a neighborhood-ish kids clique versus kid clique,
Nice.
and they knew we were going to Disney, so they egged the piss out of our house. No, I mean my father had a bit of a
Dad blame
temper.
you?
My dad, huh?
Did Dad blame you?
Oh no,
Okay.
he knew exactly. He was like those little sons of bitches. My dad was a lefty and had a temper, but he was a great dad. He was always there for us, like still to this day is. And he was like, "Oh, okay." And the kids, when we're pulling the driveway, They're walking up the street laughing. Well, my father was a bus mechanic. He worked for the T, so he always had his head under a hood, tools everywhere. He grabbed, there's like a random hammer. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if he went in the garage. At that point, I wasn't paying attention enough to details to see where he got it. But then, next thing I know, there's a fucking hammer in my dad's left hand. The kids start running. And my mother's yelling at my dad like, "Hey, where are you going?" And there was a lot of, explicatives coming out of his mouth. And it was about 3/4 of a mile to one of the kids' houses that he saw that I ended up beating up. Sage, screw you. I beat you up 7 times. I was undefeated 7 out of 7. The kid's just a slow learner. And he's walks to the house with a hammer. I only know because me and my brother followed him. Just like, "Dad!" And he's saying stuff to us. I'm like, okay, I think he's being inappropriate with us too. Right up to the house, to the mother and the father. You can imagine all the stuff he said with a hammer in his hand. They didn't call the cops.
This shit could still happen.
Oh, because it fixes shit real quick. Looking back at it, I'm like, they didn't call the fucking cops. They weren't horrified that my father was wielding a freaking hammer.
No.
Yeah, because you know what else the kid did? He left in our mailbox along with egg in it. He wrapped a rock around a piece of paper and it said, "This is your IQ." That's what set him off. He wasn't pissed about the egg.
You
He
about
was
a rock?
Fucking bullshit.
You about a rock boy?
Yeah, and then of course I had to kick that kid's butt like 2 more times. But like I remember stuff like that, and I sit back and look at it and go, "Oh man, the kid kind of left us alone after that. Didn't have to call the cops." However, there could be a lot of people like my dad that had a hammer that may have used it and it would have been wrong.
Through. Yeah,
which is why the cops get called now. One more thing I want to talk about, and we're going to wrap it up because I know you said...
I mean, I've been good so far.
Yeah,
I
want him to have a couple minutes before set up for the next show, too, so we can chill for a minute. We got to take care of our family. Have you ever been at work and... Well, first off, I love what I do now. It's the first job I've ever had. I don't watch the clock. I realize I'm 30 to 40 minutes over where I should be, and I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go home. You hear that saying, like, if you find your passion in life, it's not a job. It's like, it's just great.
Right.
So I got this guy at work, and he's new. He came up from Puerto Rico. He's awesome, and he's kind of like a pit bull for patients. So if the hospital fucks up, you're supposed to know to go to the coordinator. It's called an experience coordinator.
Okay.
And they sit there and they have access to all these records. They go, "No, yeah, they screwed this up, they screwed that up, they screwed this up, they screwed that up." Him and I have been doing a bunch of work. I was, without getting into details, I was in one section of the hospital where people get admitted. And this individual was there because of an atrocity that happened to them. It's just horrible. So him and I work together, go above and beyond. We were able to get stuff done in an 8-hour period that she's been trying to get done for 6 months. Like, you ever realize when you're at work, like, if you just took some of these people out of here, and just got out of the way so we could get to work, you could actually stop hitting roadblocks?
Absolutely.
Have you ever worked with somebody where you're like, okay, this person gets it, like, I want to work with you now. I've been waiting to work with someone like you for a long time, and now you're here. Like, whew, like I really gravitated and go, this is great. Finally get to help people with this guy. Get all the other people out of the way. I just need him.
No,
we're doing 3-4 different people's jobs and enjoying it but now those people are all like, shit. My cushy job where I could just keep referring and blocking an email and sending them away. They're like, oh fuck, why are you here?
Right.
Well, because I want to be here.
No, I'm one of those guys. I'd rather put my headphones in. And
You fucking... Yeah, but you work with pops.
I work with whoever will work with me.
Yeah, your grandfather.
Grandpa's just one of the co-workers.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people to work with, but if I'm snaking a wire or something or anything, I don't want anybody else.
All right, Captain Antisocial over here.
No, it's not even that. Not even that. I'm that type of guy. Like it. I can cut a single gang box. Okay.
You'd rather be
because
your happy place is alone.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a thin guy. I can fit fucking most of my arm into that single gang box.
You're not sweating today either.
No, I've been here long enough that's all gone and dried. So, even though it's a lot easier to have a secondary person when you're snaking or something, so that you don't have to go up one ladder and over to the next one, you can have somebody over there. I just find it so irritating. Like, I feel like I'll have somebody at that end sending the snake to me, fighting and waiting and watching them fucking trying to do it. And then I'm just like, all right, hold on, just get out of the way. And then I get up there and I send the snake through, and 2 seconds later it's out the other hole. Like, I didn't even need to. I didn't need that person.
If I buy you like a black cape with a lightning bolt on it, will you wear it?
Fucking right, I would, dude. You know I would.
2 people. Oh, you've used this on me before. 2 people for you?
No,
Huh?
no.
How about you, B? Anybody?
2 people.
You ever finally work with somebody where you're like,
Hey, I don't have
Yeah.
to tell them everything.
It's it's kind of it's happened from time to time. I think where I've experienced that most has been in my prior life as a musician and playing in a bunch of bands. There have been some people in a band that they don't practice, they don't write their song, they don't know their parts, and you're just like, well, what are we doing here? But then there are the others like that, and then there are some that will practice and be ready to go, but that's all they're doing. And then there are the warriors who write the songs, practice their parts, they're ready to go, they book the shows,
Engineer it, yeah.
So finding people like that is in that context.
Brian
is nice.
was the latter.
again, I don't think he was.
I bet he was. I bet he was the go-getter.
I guess my point is, if you find those people around you, pull them in. Pull in the people that are going to help you. That's all.
Positivity, man.
Yeah. What do you got going on this week, dude?
Nothing.
No?
No, not at all. I have to go and do cameras at a building Wednesday. Nope, Thursday.
What do they got? 5, 7, or 12 wires?
No, it's just gonna be coax with a Siamese.
Oh, okay. Miss wiring.
Simple.
I miss wiring. Wiring's a sweet science.
Simple. B. What?
It's simple science.
You're a simple science. Still don't teach you. What's up with that shirt? Adios, amigos. Where'd you get that?
I got it at the mall. It's got a middle finger on the back with a
I know. I like it.
with a gravestone.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I accidentally wore this to work one day. The same guy that helps me out, he's like, well, I wasn't working. I was there my off time just helping somebody. And he's like, wish I had your dress code. I was like, it's my day off. He's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like, helping this
Your
guy.
job. Oh!
Bam! And then he's on the back of my
Burn.
shirt. He's like, even though it's your day off, I don't think you should be wearing that. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Oh, I can't stand that.
Had to slip the comment in.
I mean, it's one thing, like, if you're picking up your kids at school and your shirt says eat cock or something, like, that's not cool. But, like, you should be allowed to wear whatever you want. You all right?
You're at his graduation for 4th grade, which is useless, which we discussed. Eat cock.
He gets up on stage, you're like, fuck yeah!
Ah! I think we should end the show on
That's my
eat cock.
boy. Oh, that's how we do it. That's how we do
God.
it, people.
Couple potential guests next week. We do have Mr. Greg.
Yeah, Greg Tregellis will be with us this coming.
I want to ask
Tuesday.
Greg before we come on if he has other
You reach out to him.
if he has other movie quotes, because last time he was here, he went into character and recited the character from Jaws, and it was awesome.
He did go into full effect.
And if Phil's watching, Mr. Dumas, I think he said something today. We actually have some of those video submissions coming in, correct?
I don't know if he's been watching them or what. Are they sending them to you, Phil?
Yeah, if
'Cause
they
that's
are.
not the fucking way it works, dude.
If they are, let's get together. You fucking control freak.
Not at all.
If they have, let's take a look at them this week. But people have been sending in stuff. We haven't seen it yet. He's been seeing them, so I guess
Yeah.
he might be reviewing them, going, "This is the best one."
Well,
which is
today
totally fine
is
by me.
the 25th.
Yep.
Yesterday was the 24th. Big shout out, happy birthday to my daughter Kayla May Hawco.
Happy birthday.
The big 8.
Mm,
Jesus,
yeah,
8.
I know.
8.
Kids are getting big quick,
She
man.
turns 8. The twins go into the 8th grade. What's going on here? It's fucking madness, I say.
High school's about to
Oh,
start?
God. Oh, God.
Just so you know, twins, I met Dad in the 8th grade.
Right?
And it was nothing but
Ava and Chloe, don't listen to him.
riff raff running
Don't listen to
around.
him.
I drove by the first time I saw someone that was 15 years old buy cigarettes in a store. Gary Werra. The shop.
Store next to Gio's?
No, it was when we were in junior high. 'Cause remember
Oh.
we went to junior high in ninth grade.
So it was the general store.
Yeah, right across. I was like, he's like, I'm going to grab butts. I'm like,
There's the
can't
general
buy cigarettes.
store.
You're not old enough.
Well,
sure
that was
enough.
the thing. That was the shit we used to be able to do.
The guy sold them scratch tickets too. He wasn't even
Well,
legally
this-
allowed to turn them in.
I mean, I can remember having my 21st birthday party in a pub in Dorchester, and I remember going to the bartender and being like, "Yeah, it's my 21st," and she was like, "You've been drinking in here for 5 years." Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, "Nothing. Give me a beer."
We got away with too much back then.
We did, but I think that's what makes us who we are. I am tired of bubble wrapping the world. Like,
No, our life experience has definitely impacted us to the point where we're here because of them.
right.
You
We're
know.
here on the Hawco and Carnell show.
In a positive light, even when we disagree.
Disrupt Boston.
What you don't see is the second we're done. Guess
down
what we
the
still
road beer
do?
company.
We do big spoon, little spoon. We give each other a hug, and then we try to,
He's the only one who touches my butt, though. I just give him a cheek kiss.
So you see who the fucking giver in the relationship is.
Yeah.
Not
he's-
this fucking guy.
He's all about rubbing my butt and touching my beard. I'm not into that anymore.
You
know?
shave that
I mean,
damn flea catcher, bro. Dub, can you?
you got Dub, or you want to reach out to Dub and
I'll tell you what,
Dom?
I'll tell you what.
You can reach out to
I'll
Dub
tell you
and
what.
Dom.
I'll tell you what. Hold on. I'm gonna throw my girl, my friend, a shout out here. Laura Benson, okay, and Mr. Anthony McGowan. You have similar makeup,
We do.
and she does hairstyling and stuff, and she just absolutely
She did
clean his hair up and his beard. And
She cleaned up his beard because
What?
I am allowed to clean it. I just like the wildling look.
throw some awesome
doesn't bother me.
wax up in that bitch.
It gets bombed.
Does it?
Yeah.
Where are you getting the bomb from? Walmart?
Beard guys?
Oh, reputable company.
Yeah.
Bomb it some more, dude.
No.
When you're done bombing it,
I sweat
bomb
all
it.
day.
yeah, so that it just expands because of the sweat.
Oh no, this is I don't bomb it and stick it to my face. It's not fucking hair gel, you weirdo.
You got a comb?
Yeah, I've got a beard brush.
Carry around a beard. I'm gonna get you a fucking beard pick that
have
I want.
one.
Keep it in during
Why?
the day because it just adds to the aura.
Keep it in.
Keep it in.
Like a fucking
Yeah.
like a pick.
Yeah.
Like Andrew Tomato.
Like if I got you like a $20
Sa-doo-doo.
Hawco design with your face on it,
Hi Kevin.
beard pick, would you keep it in?
Abso-fucking-lutely. You know I would. You know I would.
Amazon is a beautiful thing, my
You
friend.
know that I would
Okay,
too.
I'm gonna get that this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
Thank you for
He's-
watching us this week. What? Go ahead.
no, he was saying what's up, and we're fixing to cut out.
Kevin, what's up, brother? Let's link up sooner than later.
Yeah, again, brother, you just let us know what Tuesday night works for you. and
If
we
you
will
ain't doing nothing next Tuesday,
fucking
I
make
don't
that
no,
happen.
is next to the
Next
second
Tuesday is Greg.
If you're not doing nothing the Tuesday after that, swing on through. Let's lock it in the books. What's that
Sit
going
us
to be? The
up.
9th? Is that the 9th?
It should be.
10th,
It's 7
yeah,
days
9th,
after the
yeah.
second.
Yeah, should be. Oh, I did my math. Thanks, bye.
Yay!
Tune in next week. It's going to be another good one.
So yeah, we got the Trag with us next week.
Music extraordinaire.
Yeah, he is. He's quite the amusing guy.
He's funny as shit, dude.
He
Last
is.
time he had me rolling, just
He
laughing
is.
my ass off.
I've known him since he was a wee tyke.
He's a good dude.
It's great.
Thank you for tuning in. If you're bored during the
definitely
week,
thank you for
send
watching.
some of those video submissions. And if you have ideas that you want us to discuss, send it.
Absolutely.
It makes our job that much
Don't
easier.
be afraid to call.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to write us a message on the page. You got ideas or anything, hit us up. Hit us up on the page. Hit us up individually. It makes no difference. We'll converse one way or the other.
And tune in to the show after us. Open season, right? Yep.
Open season
Open
with
season's
Alan.
on. Yep, with sports updates and all kinds of discussion with what's going on. It's going to be a good show. Tune in, please. He's doing his thing, trying to build that platform. He's awesome at what he does.
Yes, he is.
Tune in. And somebody just almost got a baseball to the head, and it looks like it was Mookie Betts.
They should open their eyes.
The Red Sox still suck. They're losing 3-1.
We love you all, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Peace.